What is up, geeks? So as promised, I'm doing the evolution of the Stormtrooper for the Funko Pop Vinyl line. And here we have the Clone Trooper on the left side. In the middle, we have the Imperial Stormtrooper. And then on the right, we have the First Order Stormtrooper. So if you guys haven't checked out my evolution of the Stormtrooper design when it comes to my helmets, please check that out. It'll pop up as a card in the upper right-hand corner of the screen. Now let's first take a look at the Clone Trooper design compared to the rest. So the Clone Trooper design, they translated it very well. As you can see in my last review, I like it a lot. And as far as, the liberties that they took, making the helmet shorter, making his shoulders broader, I definitely like it. I think out of all of these, it might be the most intimidating one because of the eyes. I mean, the eyes, they made it a lot more narrow. This one looks like it can definitely, do some damage. And we know that the clone troopers were very powerful at their time. And this First Order one would be the second intimidating one. It's definitely true to the way it was in the movie. Just a little bit bigger with the eyes, a little bit more, cartoonish, but not as cartoonish as this one. I mean, this one stuck with the very first pop vinyl designs. I mean, they all had these rounded eyes. So if this one came with the traditional Stormtrooper eyes, a little bit closer to these, it would be a little bit more intimidating, but because they have those circular eyes, it looks very, very caricature-like, and it just doesn't look intimidating at all. So as far as the intimidating factor with all the Stormtroopers, I would go with the Clone Trooper. As far as staying true to the design, I'd probably go with the First Order. It definitely looks a lot more true to the movie. So, I have separate reviews for all these, so you can take into all those details more with those reviews. So please check those out. But I definitely love how they stuck true to the movie with this one. It definitely looks great. If I had to choose one, my favorite one out of all of these, I might have to go with the First Order, just because I like the design better than the rest. But, this is the classic one. This is the Imperial Stormtrooper. So, as far as the helmet, I definitely take a liking to that design because it's the original. But, of course, like I said here, it definitely looks more like a baby Stormtrooper, if anything, not intimidating at all. Now, as far as the paint jobs for all these, they're all relatively shiny. I'd say the shiniest one might have to go to, as far as the white paint, I would go with the Imperial Stormtrooper. You can see how much it glimmers in the light. You could definitely see the shininess. It almost looks like a wet paint, which looks pretty cool. This one would be the second shiniest. You can see how it shines in the light as well. But this one, you can definitely see it's more of a matte finish. Some shine to it, but a little bit more matte. It doesn't really reflect as much as the rest, which looks pretty cool in its own way. Now, as far as the black paint on all of these, this one has a lot more shiny black paint. It's a lot more of a cleaner look. As far as clean as like not being dirty, not as far as the paint jobs. The paint jobs out of all these, I'd say all of them are pretty spot on. I don't see many flaws, which is good. And of course, pop vinyls, they can really vary as far as the paint quality. They're not that clean. But this one definitely looks like a clean look, and we see that in the movie, how they barely ever get dirty. I mean, sometimes they do, but unlike the Stormtroopers in all those movies, they pretty much had dirt all the time. Clone Troopers always spot on clean, but it just because it doesn't have that shiny look with it, I'd have to go with the cleaner look for the First Order Stormtrooper. And that basically does it for my comparison with all of these. I think, I would definitely, as far as just the pop vinyls, I definitely love these ones the most. This one, because of the eyes, it really throws me off. It doesn't look great. But, I have a liking for this design, so that's why I lean towards this. But the way they translated the Clone Trooper is very well done. I definitely like how it looks. As far as all their blasters, a nice comparison here, looking to the side. So I like how the new, I believe it's called the F11 blaster. It's like a callback to the E11, but this one has a lot of white into it, so that looks very good as well. So what do you guys think? I'm going to put a poll question. Which pop vinyl do you like the best? You know, it's not about design, I'd say. I'd probably say, you know, if we're going to go with the way they translated it from design to pop vinyl, then I would have to go with the Clone Trooper, because they did very well with that. I mean, I just have a bias towards the First Order Stormtrooper because of the design. So try to do it without any bias. And yeah, please comment below. I'll try to answer all of your questions. If you guys haven't subscribed yet, we have new videos every week, guys. So thank you guys for your support. And until next time, embrace, express, and enjoy yourself. May the Force be with you always, my young Padawan.